JuliesBeautyDish. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am doing a tag, and it is the beauty scenario tag. I was tagged by the lovely Cindy Babulik, who is one of my YouTube friends. She has the most wonderful radio voice you've ever heard, so if you haven't watched any of her videos, please go check her out. I will link to her below. So this tag is sort of like a what would you do if kind of a tag. So there are 8 questions, 8 scenarios, and I will do my best to answer them. Here we go. First question is, you have to get rid of all your foundations and you can only keep one high-end and one drugstore. Which do you keep? Okay, I do foundation reviews called the Foundation Files, and I'm kind of searching for that ultimate high-end foundation. I don't have an ultimate favorite one now. I have a Tarte foundation, but it's definitely not something I would worry about. So I would keep my L'Oreal True Match Lumi, and I don't have a high-end. Next question. You go for an interview, and the lady interviewing you has lipstick on her teeth. Do you approach the subject or ignore it completely? Okay, I would kind of read the situation. If she and I had a really good rapport and she seemed easygoing and cool, and I thought that by bringing it up I could sort of, you know, ingratiate myself to her and we could kind of bond over that. If I could do it in that sort of a way, I would do it. If I didn't feel like that was possible, I would flat out ignore it. I mean, it's not something you would necessarily see. I mean, depending on how bad the tooth situation was, I would ignore it if I had to. Next, you are not feeling yourself and you need a pick-me-up. Which lipstick do you put on to make yourself feel beautiful? Alright, this was very easy. This is a favorite. I think it was a yearly favorite. It is YSL Rouge Volupté in the color Rose Cult. That's the color name that it says on Sephora.com. There's not actually a name on here. It's number 11. The number is probably what you really want to search. But it's a beautiful, vivid fuchsia. I just love this color. Oops. There it is on my hand. But this is so bright and happy, and it's a favorite of mine, but it's also just that bright, happy, notice me kind of a lipstick. And I love this formula. It's, I think, my favorite lipstick formula that I own. Okay, next question, and I clicked away from it. Next question is, you go back in time for a day to your teenage years. How would you do your hair and makeup differently? Okay, I didn't have any major makeup issues when I was a teenager, but when I was a freshman in high school, so like 15 years old, I had kind of hair maybe down to here, and I had kind of curly hair, but it was good hair. I could just kind of blow dry a little and it would just look really good. And at no other time in my life has that occurred again, because at that point I decided I wanted like a cute short haircut. It was like the early 90s and I wanted like a weird shag situation. I don't even know. But I brought a picture into a stylist and it looked awful and my hair was never the same again. So I would not do that. Okay, let's see, number 6. Your friends, number 5. You ask your hairdresser for a shoulder-length Pixie Lott style haircut. I guess Pixie Lott is a British celebrity. This tag was created by Lily Pebbles, who is, I believe, in the UK. So you ask your hairstylist for a shoulder-length Pixie Lott haircut, but she hears you wrong and gives you a pixie cut. Do you A, smile, say thank you, leave and call your mom hysterical? Do you B, cry in the chair and let things get awkward? Or C, complain to the manager and demand a full refund? Okay, that was a long question, many options. I would show my displeasure. But here's the thing about this question, this would never happen. Like, first of all, you're going to be looking in the mirror at your stylist cutting you, and what stylist would ever do a pixie cut on someone, you know, a new pixie cut, a chop on someone without like really carefully going over the exact details? And you know, I don't think this would ever happen. But if it did, in like, you know, the magic scenario world, if it did, I might cry, because I would hate that. For me, I would absolutely hate that style. And I would I don't think I would be like, take me to your manager, but I'd say, I would fully say, you know, you screwed this up. Oh my God, I'm so upset. But there's nothing they can do to give me my hair back. I might, if I thought of it, I might say, I don't want to pay for this. I might say that if I thought of it, but I would just be so tragically gutted and upset, and I would let her know that. Okay, number 6. Your friend surprises you with a 4-day city break and you have 1 hour to pack. Which do-it-all palette do you pack in your makeup bag? Okay, here's the thing. I rarely try to edit down my makeup a lot when I travel because, especially if it's like a city vacation as opposed to like being on the beach, I want to look really good, you know? It's like we're going out to nice restaurants and, you know, museums and maybe plays or something like that. And I have time to do a nice makeup and I want to look good. So I always travel with this, virtually always. This is the Balm Jovi palette. And I like this because there's a huge variety of colors, neutrals, and really bright, fun colors, and a highlighter and a blush. So this is just ridiculously handy, and even if I try not to take it, I end up taking it anyway. But I would probably also bring right now, my Smashbox Brown Eyes palette. I have a whole review with like demos of the looks on this palette. I love it. I love working with the shadows. I can do a lot of different looks, and these are more like beautiful neutral looks. So I could do, you know, fun colors. I could do neutrals. I would also bring some cream shadows. I would also bring some colorful liners. I might bring a shadow single. I want to look really nice when I'm on vacation. Okay. 7. Your house has been robbed. Don't worry, everyone is safe, but your beauty stash has been raided. What's the product you really hope is safe? Okay, did not get this out. I thought of this one pretty easily, also because it's limited edition. My Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. So maybe one day they'll come out with another palette like this, but they haven't yet. It was out for holiday 2013, and it has 3 of the ambient lighting powders in it. I love using this thing. I love it for travel because I can use the one shade as a bronzer, there's a highlighter shade, and then there's like the finishing powder, which for me is perfect. It's dim light. So this is kind of the one not irreplaceable, the one irreplaceable thing. I would be sad. I would be very sad about my little high-end lipstick collection because I love my high-end lipsticks. And otherwise, everything is kind of replaceable, I think. Okay, last question. Your friend borrows your makeup and returns it in awful condition. Do you A, just pretend you haven't noticed, B, ask them to repurchase it, or C, secretly do the same thing to something of theirs? Okay, I would never do C. That's mean and nasty and passive-aggressive. I would never do that. Okay, if it's a close friend and they really screwed up something, I wouldn't pretend there was nothing wrong. I would probably think about it for a couple days and step back and think about how to approach it because I'm very conscious. I don't love confrontational situations, and I would like play out the scenario in my mind and I'd think about what I was going to say. Okay, I don't really lend out makeup because I think that's kind of yucky, and it's not like I'm a makeup artist, you know, who uses my makeup on other people, so I probably wouldn't lend out makeup. And if I did, it would be to a very, very close friend, and so I would be able to ask her and she would be honest with me, and if she weren't, then the friendship thing maybe wouldn't be happening. So that's my answer. Maybe that's not a satisfying answer, but that is my answer. Alright, that takes care of the beauty scenario tag. That was pretty fun. I like those scenarios actually. Like my husband and I, when we're on vacation, we kind of like play games like that. Like we had a book with scenarios like that, you know, obviously not about makeup. And then we had sort of like a card deck, and it's really interesting, you know, and they were more like really crazy things that really made you think about what your answer would be, and it's kind of a fun way to have like fun conversations when you're just hanging out. So that was fun. Thank you, Cindy, for tagging me. I will tag a few people below in the info box. Please go take a look and check out their channels. That's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this tag. Have a wonderful day.